the hardest part this week has been what's happening in Kenya.
Yeah.
Like, if I was leaving and it was a week of just sunshine and good vibes, I feel like the show today, or even for the whole week, would have been like crazy. But now we had Tuesday, which I couldn't go on the air on Wednesday and just be this happy guy. And then we had Thursday, which kind of almost muted what we did on Friday morning on the air. And I feel like, you know, like I said in my thing, like, you know, I'm saying goodbye, but I'm saying goodbye on behalf of the people who won't ever get a chance to say goodbye again because they were killed by the system.
Yeah.
The mics are blood clot open. Check, check, check.
Select accent for the podcast.
Calvin always late.
Hi, how are you? Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're watching this. Welcome to yet another episode of The Mics Are Open.
Yeah.
I am your host, Calvin Wangoko, aka Big C.
I think we are all the hosts of The Mics Are Open, and my name is Ashley.
Of course, Neville.
Andy Young. Yes, sir.
Back in the building!
We're back, baby.
We're back.
We're back.
Yes,
I
sir.
missed you.
I've missed
I
him
missed
so
you more,
much
Ashley.
too.
I missed you guys.
But mbona I miss you yangu ni kama ya Ashley. Haziwezi kuwa different.
I love you, bro.
Yes, I love you too. Yes, kabisa manze.
It's the reunion.
I love, yeah.
Who's missing?
Oh,
I don't know.
You know, I've always wanted to prove to people who meet me on the street,
Yeah.
you're always late. I told you guys. I told you guys.
Jimani.
I told you guys.
Calvin is those
anasainiwa
niggas.
ile slip ya closing day.
But anyway, you know that day. You know that. Ama koko HR anasainiwa.
Anasainiwa ulichukua microphone wewe hujarudisha kata.
Now, you know what Tiv now, since G has retired, what if they told him he still has there's days he needs to whatever. Akona leave days on our own. So he has to go back to work.
Do you think that nigga has not applied for leave? Do you think
I
he's gonna
know.
go claim back some days?
No records.
Nigga.
We were talking about it, what was it, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
When we're like, there's no records. He's never applied for leave.
Kijana mtundu sana wewe.
When you're the boss, manze. Inasaidia saa zingine.
Oh,
Hello!
Speaking of the devil.
yeah.
Welcome.
Ingia kwenye set,
Where were
bro.
you?
You were signing your last, papers. You returned all the headphones. You've signed everything.
Listen,
Wamekurudishia deposit.
first of all, I don't know what you're talking about, but I owe nobody nothing.
You walked in like you have the hottest tea in the
G,
building.
what if we were just talking about it, right? You know how you've been stealing leave days?
Yes.
So what if
I
they
did
tell
that.
you? What if they tell you to return them, so you have to go back to work for an extra week?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Fam. I'm free.
I'm free.
But you know how I know I've made it?
Yeah.
The kids in the estate today, for the first time of all these years, they know who I am now.
Oh,
Really?
look at that.
They just run up to me, they're like, oh, hey, I DM'd you. You're
Really?
I'm like, can we get a picture? I'm like, so where's your phones? They're like, we don't have phones.
Wow.
So how did they
Someone's
DM
gonna
you?
get the parents' phone, bro.
So, Gio, you'll have to be the one to post them and tag them.
The kids in my estate know who I am now.
Know you.
They
Are
call
you
you,
excited?
So which one? This one or the other one?
This one downstairs.
they call you G-Money.
So
or-
now,
The guy, he runs and goes, hey, I'm the one who DM'd you.
so now they know you.
They know, like, after
And you're
only-
a prophet is never welcomed in his home. They didn't know you when you were here.
No, but
you're not putting in all the work.
but you know how cool it is to be known by your fellow unemployed people.
Oh my God.
guys,
soon.
first of all, sorry for being late.
man.
Traffic is mad.
It's mad.
Yo, all the roads
brutal.
all the roads are closed around State House.
Yeah.
So it's busy.
You know when we left breakfast earlier, to make it to Kilimani, I went into the CBD.
Wow.
Literally went all the way to Parliament, not Parliament,
You're occupying Parliament.
Wrong day.
Supreme Court did a roundabout and they've even blocked from, you can't access KICC and that road.
Okay.
damn.
Yeah, it's blocked.
Crazy.
It's blockage everywhere, man.
Crazy. I don't know what you guys were talking about, but I'm assuming it was like leaving radio.
Yeah.
Yes, we're just saying maybe you're signing your last forms. You know, when you're leaving school, you have to make sure all departments, you go to this
I don't
finance,
think you
you've
got to
cleared.
that part.
Can I say?
Yeah.
Can I
Go to school.
Yeah, you didn't get there.
you know the craziest thing about this whole leaving radio thing?
Tell us.
I just didn't know how good it would feel. Like it feel, bruh. I feel like in the drive from my house to here, the ideas that have gone through my head in terms of like the next level, the next thing. I've not felt so, and this is day half.
Day zero, actually, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Nice.
I think for me, today was the only time today when I kind of felt a little bit emotional was when I was leaving and everyone started to cheer.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Hey, Gio, talk.
yeah.
You can never even give us one
finish line
tear.
moment.
No, you would
Tear.
give
Finish
it
line
one.
moment.
I almost choked on air when it.
We heard that. We heard
We
your,
heard
your
that. Got it
voice
on video. Don't worry.
But oh man, it's good to be free. It is so good to be free, and that's no disrespect to my former employees.
Have you switched off your alarm?
Niggas move on so
My
quick.
alarms. I switched off my alarms on air today. I did it on
yeah,
air.
yeah,
I
yeah.
switched off my alarms.
It's a good feeling, right?
So I got a phone call, and one of the phone calls, the person said to me, "I know the last couple of years have been hard for you, but you stuck by it, and just take your flowers."
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, you know what? The last few years have been hard.
Yeah.
They have been hard, and it's like, it's like I said, I will never speak badly about my employers, never. You know, it's just that let's just say that there was a big difference in our thought process, and the things that we found creative, they didn't find creative, and the things that they found creative, we didn't find creative.
Yeah.
Because you know, one of the overriding messages that I got this morning was, man, you guys have never been into gossip and those morning shenanigans and where are we going to tune in now and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, we actually did that. We changed that game.
Yeah.
We changed that. We changed that. Like everybody wanted to know who's in whose bedroom, who's doing what. We changed that.
Relationships.
Yeah, we didn't do it.
We didn't do it.
Imagine we didn't do that.
We didn't have to. We didn't have to.
In a market that loves
in a
to
market
hear.
that loves that, we did not do that, and that I think that's an amazing. But I'm good, man. I don't know how good I'll be in 2 months, but I'm good.
Nah, man. I
Happy
feel as
for
if
you,
you'll
bro.
you'll be good, man. Plus, I was also just speaking to my mom, and she says congratulations.
Thank
man.
you.
And it's just like you always wanna see people leave those seats for other people, and which G you've never been afraid to do, and also open those doors. Because when we meet guys and we are always open with information and stuff, because you've never kept anything from us when it comes to information, when it comes to even the simplest things of. I remember one of the lessons that you taught us is when anybody, no matter what their social position, no matter their celebrity status, when they step into your studio, you're the boss.
Yes.
Like you're the one
You're
to
the
say,
star.
you can tell them go away. This is my audience. You feel me? So
This is my space, yeah.
Exactly. So with lessons like that in mind, that you can't hear that in a classroom, but you can't be, you can't pay for that nowhere. So we appreciate you, so much. So such a good thing.
No,
man.
And
Such a good
it's actually
feeling.
more interesting watching it happen. Like when he's
Yeah.
actually kicking someone out of studio, they're like, oh damn, he's for real.
Yeah, and then when you go, that means the next has to go, and which is Calvin, then me, and then Ashley, Andy. Everybody's gotta leave someday.
Oh man, it's funny. It's just I feel that like within our space, all of us collectively with the show over the years is that, and I don't say this because it's us, but bro, I'm sorry if you're watching this and you're still listening to radio and stuff. You're never gonna get what you had with us again.
100.
That era of radio is finished.
You can
Yeah.
say a lot after that contract has expired for some of us.
No,
but it's
No, I
facts.
get you. Yeah,
No,
yeah,
but
it's
even
true,
but
it's
even think but even to be very honest, when I listen to your show, the energy that you bring to your show in the morning is the sound of confidence. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Everybody who's covered Andy's show sounds like they're sitting in.
Ah.
You see what I'm trying to say? Nobody
Yeah.
the way how I look at it, like I've never covered anyone's show. Well, I have a couple times. I'm not going in there to make it feel like your show. I'm going, and I feel like any show that you go into, Andy was going to, any show that you've gone into, all of you have gone in to say, listen,
This is my team.
this is
My
me.
show.
It's us
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
And I feel that that's if you listen to when you're not. I don't know if you listen when you're not on air, but the guys who cover you don't sound like they have the level of confidence that you do. what I'm trying to say? And maybe it could be because you've done the show, but it's more than that. It's more than that.
Yep.
It's inbuilt, you know?
Yep. True
It's
that.
funny you mentioned that. The very first show Nev and I covered back when you were in Galana, Ray's show, the mid-morning show, Jump Session. I remember the evening before now her off day when she was asking us like, now what do you guys have planned for the show? Do you guys know what you're gonna do? And I think, you're just like, yeah, Then she went like, no, listen, hear me out. And you're a dope DJ. Nev, you're a dope MC. Don't go in there and do what I do. Go there and do you. Like, you can decide to DJ, just DJ. If you want to talk about this, talk about. So it's a gem that you've passed down the line. And the people who've been, under you, pause, they can.
Yeah, under me too. But yeah, I'm joking. But fam, do you know the craziest thing you mentioned, Ray?
Yeah.
Ray sent me a voice note and I saw it at 2:00 in the morning.
Nice.
And it's about a 2-minute long voice note.
Wow.
Oh, you're about to cry, boy.
Fam, let me tell you, I replied to her because I'm toxic. I replied to her like 2:00 in the morning saying, thanks so much for this. By the way, don't send me messages like this. What do you want me to do? Cry?
What tears?
Oh my gosh. Like, I think I'll save that voice note because it was so beautiful.
That's
You
dope.
know what I mean?
it.
Was,
You don't want to play it for us?
just
It's personal.
No. I'll
Like
play
private.
the first little bit.
We share with the audience if that's okay with you.
So
Hold on.
nice.
Yeah.
Huh?
Hey.
Right?
Don't play the
Rose
wrong
gold
voice
or
note though.
something? What's the risk
This
saying?
one? It's just a,
Damn. Too many
Listen.
blessings, eh?
fam, listen.
Which phone was
Closing
it?
the day.
Listen. Like I'm saying, like I said on the air,
Love it.
I said on the air today, man. Thank God for a great career and generational wealth. So
That part.
Nah, I'm joking.
That part.
so this is Ray. Let me find.
No, as you look
Just
for it,
search.
manze, yo,
You can
make sure you like,
Oh, yeah,
comment,
yeah,
share,
I'm
and
not-
subscribe, manze.
Yes, exactly.
The
Yo, we've got
algorithm
a
thing.
public holiday next week, by the way.
Yo,
yeah?
Courtesy of who? Courtesy of who?
You're pointing yourself, eh?
Everybody.
You
Oh,
forgot.
courtady of us.
All right, hold on.
Let's go.
We're gonna go there. Are you guys ready to? Are
Yeah,
you
we're
ready
ready.
to cry?
Ready?
Sorry, Ray, but
AG, I hope you find this. Just wanted to wish you a fantastic show and to thank you. It feels like you've always been there for all my firsts. I was thinking about it and the demo that I sent you back then when I was in USAU and you had Uptown Radio. That was the first ever demo I made. I'd never made a demo before. And it was about, I think it was a health show, the Lifeline. I only had a health show at Radio USAU. And somehow, even between talking about God knows what I was saying in that demo, you somehow thought I was worth taking a chance on. And I'm not the only one you took a chance on, G. You've been taking chances on all of us. And I'm so grateful that I met a G Mimey. Because you've shaped my entire life. Like, I was in uni doing business, and you giving me a chance on radio made me see so much potential and has given my life so much fulfillment because I love this job. And then it became my career. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for even sharing the parts of your life that were painful.
Yeah.
She's good.
Listen.
Are you
She's
about to
good.
watch that?
She's good.
Oh,
She's
You know how to
good.
get the water away.
so sweet.
Already becoming a flood.
Wow.
Yo, big up Ray.
Big up Ray, man. Big up Ray. You know the best part when she goes, I love this job. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
wow.
You instilled that in us.
But yeah, good vibes, man. I don't want anybody. I don't want anybody to be sad. Like guys are like, oh, it's gonna be sad. It's not sad. It's like I'm not being replaced. I'm irreplaceable.
Oh.
And then it's a new era.
Yes, Beyonce.
It's a new era. No, to the left. No.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me talk my shit.
Talk your shit.
I'm irreplaceable.
We are just backing you up.
to the left.
Bring your ad-libs.
Yeah. So
Anyway,
I'm in a great space. I think that being able to control the decision as well. The hardest part this week has been what's happening in Kenya.
Yeah.
Like, if I was leaving and it was a week of just sunshine and good vibes, I feel like the show today, or even for the whole week, would have been like crazy. But now we had Tuesday, which I couldn't go on the air on Wednesday and just be this happy guy. And then we had Thursday, which kind of almost muted what we did on Friday morning on the air. And I feel like, like I said in my thing, like, I'm saying goodbye, but I'm saying goodbye on behalf of the people who won't ever get a chance to say goodbye again because they were killed by the system.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I think that's the hardest thing to navigate. And I'm honest, I'm low-key glad that I'm off the air because it's a lot to process and to go in. And I heard you on Thursday morning, I listened to your show. No, actually, it was Wednesday morning, I listened to your show. And I saw how you navigated your first link, and I was like, wow, this guy Andy's good, man. Because you managed to talk about it, but then move the conversation away to a more positive space. And I was like, I don't even know if I could have done that because it was heavy,
Thanks, bro.
That was good.
Tuesday, man. Tuesday, I went to bed at 4 a.m.
Yeah, it was
Wednesday
hard
morning.
to sleep.
It was?
I was very angry. I think once I heard the speech from the president, because I was at my neighbor's house and I was just like, what the hell? And then right after that, everything that was happening in Gedorai, I was like, bro, this is mad.
Fam, let me tell you two things that you mentioned the anger of the president's speech on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Right? I just, the images were fresh. They were coming in. And there were images of these young men who had lost their lives outside Parliament, their brains all over. You can't tell me coincidentally that two people happened to get headshots outside Parliament. Come on.
Impossible.
That's impossible. That's some sniper shit happening there, right? But then it's like the anger of the president and that came through in his address to the nation. But then what made me even angrier was the speech on Wednesday.
Thursday.
Was it Wednesday? It was Wednesday now when it was like, okay, the people have spoken, I'm now gonna repeal the bill or whatever, right? They reject the finance bill. Sour. So I said to myself, I messaged you at the time, I said, I'm so fucking angry now. I'm saying to myself, in all that has happened, like, the hubris of the politicians was so intense. You're telling me that nobody in government, in the run-up to this whole tragedy, are you telling me that our politicians, not one person, sense the mood of the nation? The guy, the leader of the minorities, Opio Wande, what's his name? You tell me his name?
Wande.
He said it.
Many times.
He said it.
Even
But
before.
Here's the thing. What angered me was knowing blatantly what we saw on Tuesday was a reflection of the man. That's him. Him
The speech
repealing,
he was giving.
that was him. This other was not him.
It was like international duties.
Bro, listen, if he wanted to repeal it and say I've rejected it, he should have done it Tuesday night. You get what I mean? All of this, the speech was so well written, calling us our word.
First of all,
Children.
Sons and daughters.
He even says, the police did it well. Bro, that was real. This shit that he did on Thursday, man, nah.
First
Wednesday.
Wednesday. You get?
My
like
Tuesdays when we were told we're treason.
treason,
Yeah, we're called criminals.
You get? Like, here's the thing.
My thing is, and I get what you're saying, but I get what you're saying, but it comes down to the exact same thing, right? These mans had me. One of you guys gave me a copy of the Constitution for my birthday at some point. Was it? I don't know who it was, but thank you, because on Wednesday
You read it.
I sat in my Wednesday. Was it Wednesday or Thursday? I think it was Tuesday night. I actually sat in my house for the first time, and I was like, I know I have a copy of the Constitution here somewhere. I went to the shelf and I opened it up and I started to read it and I started to look at some key clauses. I'm thinking, how is this thing gonna play out? Because I've got to go on the radio the next day.
Yeah.
How is this thing gonna play out, right? And then I saw obviously how the Constitution starts. It's like, all power rests in the sovereign rights of the people. Fam, the people done been saying.
Yep.
Long.
They've been saying. So I'm saying it's like, are you telling me that the man them was so far removed, so drunk on power, that they thought, you know what, we know what's best, and we're gonna push this thing through, anyway and whatever. So there.
You see, here's the thing. It's not it's not them not knowing. They know. But it's just those ones for like it's I was
Is it about the agenda that needs to be pushed?
not really. Here's the thing. So I remember today I thought about Murukomen when I was having lunch, guys were speaking about him, right? And I remember the last election, Murukomen queuing up with the people to vote. Do you understand that? He was in queue with the people to vote, right? And he's now a cabinet secretary and everything. And he was one of the guys who was there during the space.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Twitter
Over the
Spaces.
weekend, right?
Yeah.
And you could hear he was there, and he was even being told, "Boss, go tell your boss this and what and what." These guys have intelligence. Intelligence gives them briefs every single day. They have children.
Apparently not.
They have pseudo accounts on Twitter. You
Yeah.
can read the
The
sentiment.
apparently, the president was seen also on the one of the
Yeah,
spaces.
on the space.
he was
His
not on the
page.
space,
Well,
right?
his page was on
His
the
page,
space,
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's all of this. The president's not stupid. You get? He knows exactly what is happening, right? But one thing I've come to realize about politicians, and especially this bunch that we have, they really don't give two shits. They really don't. Because here's the thing. You saw everything that happened, right? And when the president was delivering his speech on Wednesday, you remember when he was asked a question about Maendeleo?
Yeah.
And they all went like, Maendeleo Gani.
Danny? Yeah.
Bro,
Man,
First thing, the way they
that
were
one,
snickering
oh
back
my
there,
God.
That was wild.
kicking and
That was
whatnot.
wild.
And okay,
We're never
as you
forgetting
said,
that.
read
We're
the
never
room.
forgetting
And
that.
And that's the thing.
yeah, they don't care.
We're
Let me
never
think.
They
forgetting
really, and
that.
the arrogance is
They're
just
never gonna forget that.
unhinged.
Even all the messages, sorry, Jiro Kadi, even all the messages, you know, some of the members of parliament, their numbers, and everybody's been out here. Even the messages and the way they are referring back and saying the things, it's like, I think you all forgot it's about being a servant to the people. You understand? So I feel as if once we continue getting our things in order, and getting our things in order doesn't mean, those Gen Zs or whoever you are who are trying to start political parties or trying to align yourself in a way to be like, we are the leaders of ABCD. I don't feel as if that is the right way to go to. And we talked about having political parties here a few weeks ago. Yes, that is the right way to do, but us just going out there and proclaiming things, also those are not the right kind of moves to make.
Yeah.
I think we need to continue being sober about the fact that we can see that first the CSS, those cabinet secretary positions,
CAS.
weren't they
Unconstitutional.
they were
Yeah.
unconstitutional. There are so many things that can be cut down on that you can give us Maendeleo. And the way they were laughing at us and the way they were kicking back there, I will
mockery.
never forget that one. Ooh.
It's wild.
But this
But
is,
you know-
but I'm glad you mentioned that about not forgetting. That's the issue. The issue is we operate within a democratic space. And we operate in a democratic space that your parents and the generations before had to fight for. Had to fight to get. I wasn't around when it was one party, Moe, all of this
Yeah,
stuff, right?
yeah.
Your parents had to fight that fight, and the politicians of that generation had to have a moment like what we're having now, right? But here's the thing now, right? So we have to protect that space of democracy. But now what needs to happen, and I'm sorry, I know that guys don't want to hear this, and they're going to say, gee, you don't get it. You can't have a movement that's going to affect change without a movement which has a strategy, has a plan, has a definition, and has a I don't use the word manifesto, but has an identity, right? You can't. The reason they could be picking guys off Twitter is because this is a leaderless thing.
Exactly.
No, you're not gonna change the democracy of the constitution of the country by just being all over the place and having no leader. Even if you don't want to have a leader, you have to have a leadership group. There has to be someone who's going to sit down and articulate the strategy. So, okay, we're saying the minimum things that they want. I've seen all of these flyers. By the way, the person who's doing the artwork for the campaign, for the marches.
Otis.
Someone got here. Is it?
Otis, bro.
Cabeza, viva.
But I understand there are a bunch of designers who
Well, I'm saying, I say, wow.
Calvin, why are you laughing?
I'm saying,
Calvin.
I'm saying,
Otis might be picked up.
by the way, that's a joke here, just in case you know, right?
It's not a laughing matter
But
too.
what
Stop
I'm-
abducting us.
What I'm saying, what I'm saying is the person who's doing the artwork has done an amazing job, by the way.
Yeah.
It's really captured the movement, right? And there's like, I saw another poster today where it says it reduce the minimum things that we want, right? Yeah. But now when you say the minimum things that you want, right? You want them as who?
Yeah.
Yes, we want them for the whole generation, but that's not how democracy works. Democracy is like you have to create, it's like, my Swahili is bad, right? If I'm driving and a cop stops me and any of you guys are in the car, I'm keeping my mouth shut because I don't understand the language of the cop, right? In the same way how you have this whole generation of leaderless guys, right? Right? You have to understand and speak the language of the same thing that you want to defend you. If you want the Constitution to defend you, you have to understand and be able to speak constitutional language. It's as simple as that. There's no two way. Or you want anarchy. Because what will happen if the president gets up tomorrow and says, by the way, guys, you know what? I've heard your spaces. I've heard your stories. I've heard all of these stories. Me, I'm out. What happens? Who becomes president?
Gachagua,
Isn't it Riggy? Riggy becomes president. Because there's a constitutional process.
he's a good man.
Not yet.
Check
now,
it, relax.
now, if Riggy,
I'm saying how he's saying.
if Riggy jumps up and says, by the way, if my boss is leaving, I'm
dipping
leaving
too."
too.
Guess who we are
Who
electing?
becomes the president?
G-Money!
No.
G-Money, you've left radio.
Then who becomes the president now if President
I
Ruto
wouldn't
says,
wanna be.
you know who it's going to be?
The speaker.
Wetangula, the speaker, right? So for you saying that you're leaderless and without a strategy, the Constitution that you want to defend you has rules.
It does.
And you used a rule, the rule that says the power of Kenya rests in the sovereign power of the people or their elected representatives.
Yeah.
Right? Your elected representatives were not listening to you. So you used the power of the people. It's enshrined in the Constitution.
Yep.
So when you're telling me that you're leaderless and there's no leaders, that's not the language of the Constitution. So you can't be defended by one thing and not work within the constraints of it. Unless you now say we want a whole new constitution. And guess what? If you want a new constitution, you have to do it constitutionally.
Yeah. But you see,
So let's not waste time here.
you see, it's the same thing we said on the podcast last week. And I've a lot of people have been saying, and I think I never articulated it very well. And what you're saying, civic education.
Civic education, Bana.
It's 100%. There's no way. Even if everybody's saying we're leaderless and all of that, there has to be a way. Even those people would want to take over power. You don't want them waking up and saying, today I'm not going to show up.
Yes.
You get,
I
if you
think
represent the people.
Just for a second, that phrase, we are leaderless, I guess it was being put out there because of mainly the abductions that were being made. Because, as the way guys are used to, if we are going for maandamano, it's because our political leader called us to go outside, yes? But this one was none of the above.
Right.
Yes,
and
yes.
that's why that term, we are leaderless, is like, it's not about we don't have someone who maybe is learning the Constitution. No, all we are saying is that when it comes to going out there, everybody has a mind of their own.
Yes.
Like, I feel oppressed, I will go there. I'm losing. I'm losing my work personally because of financial situations that the government has. So I personally, and if the Constitution allows me, which it does, to go out there and picket peacefully, that is me personally making that decision.
Right.
So I just want to put it out there that the leaderless factor is the fact that we're just trying to put it out there that this
It's not organized
Yes, it's
by
not
anyone.
organized.
Yeah.
We are all thinking for ourselves as
Right.
a new generation, and we feel this way. So the leaderless, and I get it. G, thank you very much for articulating the point of we need to be constitutional, because we said it even last week. And that's the point where I guess right now I'm sure many people are going back to their books like, guys, we've seen what our leaders have done. I've had friends who've said, by the way, sina degree, but I feel as if neza fanya 1-2 cause watu wangu mtaani, I can bring some change.
Yes.
That is someone who wants to go back to school so that they can go through the right channel. So at this particular moment, personally speaking, the people I'm around, we do not have that person who we want to put ahead. But if the next time around, by the time the constitution says this is the time to make the vote, as I said, Andy ni governor wangu. If he wants that, then let's see how we can
now I get
him to that position.
I get that. I get that. And that's why Calvin has to go for governorship of Nyeri. We need to fix one county, one county at a time.
You guys are
right?
strong.
But the point I'm making is this, guys, and I want guys to understand this. It's like, when was the last World Cup? Was it last year or the year before? 2022. So Messi, they won the World Cup in 2022, Argentina. Well, Messi, Argentina. Right? Bro, do you remember that game? Wasn't
the
that
final?
The final. Remember
versus France?
4-4. Was it? What's the score?
Memorable game.
I'm saying.
Mbappe.
You remember, right?
Yeah.
Bro, you remember like it was yesterday?
Yeah.
Bro, it was 2 years ago. In 2 years' time, we're gearing for elections.
Yep.
Yeah.
We don't have time to sit around and say we're leaderless and this and that. We don't. I'm trying to show you how quickly time is moving.
Yeah.
So if we don't organize now within the constraints of the Constitution, and by all means,
We'll be
keep
locked out.
demonstrating. Keep, like, I see that this week the guys are gonna peaceful protests, gonna sit in the roads. It's your constitutional right to do so.
Yes.
But the minute concessions begin to be made, for you to enact change, there's 2 things that need to happen. 3 things. One, as much as the guys are making flyers and we're leaderless and we have actions and days of action, there needs to be someone who's thinking about civic education. Do you know there's a whole bunch of voters, your grandma, your granddad, your mom, your dad, who don't even know what's going on?
Don't.
They don't. As far as you're concerned, these are your bad kids. There are people right now in churches in Bungoma, in Nyeri, in Kisumu, who are praying for the youth.
Yeah.
Because of the rebellious
The
spirit.
youth have been possessed.
It's the rebellious spirit. It's called rebellion.
Yes, the rebellious spirit, the rowdy youth, right? So the point is, that we need to go and tell Shosho exactly why there needs to be civic education for one, right?
Yeah.
For number 2, the framework of creating a vehicle to articulate our need. Today, online, just today, I saw a picture of 5 guys in ill-fitting suits. I don't know who they are. And they've stepped forward and offered to negotiate with the government.
We see guys who are aligning
Yo,
yourselves.
these guys don't even, bro. I know these guys are not youth because their hairline does not lie, bro.
Your hairline is
Something
running
doesn't line
away
up.
from the tear gas still.
But they are ready. They are ready to step up today and negotiate on the behalf of Gen Z while you're saying you're leaderless.
Put that proposal on the table.
Mark my words. And I say this to the camera. Guys, you're leaderless and all of that stuff, right? If you don't organize, the government is going to end up speaking to a bunch of people who are going to claim that they represent you. And we're going to be back here because
Doing
those
the same
people,
thing,
when they get in power or they get a chance to go on hobnob, they'll do what is historically been done. How many politicians have been so good? These are the mans of the street. This guy who says he's Osoro.
Oh,
Who said he used
yeah.
to sell newspapers on Bunyala Road, right?
Yeah.
See, we used to drive past Bunyala Road every day to go to work. Homeboys was on Bunyala Road.
We never saw him. Exactly. You know the most beautiful thing about everything that you're saying, G? It's all in the Constitution.
It's there.
Everybody who was demonstrating and they're like, our right to picket, our right to what? It's all in the
It's in the
Constitution.
Constitution.
Right? So when the Constitution is the ultimate governing, what do you call it? Law. Bunch of laws, right? But you see what you're saying, even with this whole, with the whole rejection and everything, right? We were also following the due process. We're telling the guys, don't vote no. It's all in the Constitution.
Yes.
Right? If you want to become a leader, you have to get elected. The Constitution says.
If you're like these guys who are going back to Coast, the 6 MPs.
Yeah.
Of the 6 MPs in Coast,
Yeah.
5 voted yes, 1 voted no. The one who was voted no, bro, they gave him goat, they lifted him up.
Yeah,
Doing
yeah,
what
yeah.
he should have done.
These other guys who are, you know how many MPs can't live in their house right now?
See, guys in Nakuru County, they've said, guys, you guys live in Nairobi, don't come back.
So that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So now it's in the Constitution. How do you repeal your MP?
Yes.
Recall them.
These are the recall your MPs.
Exactly.
So now this movement needs to almost divide itself. It needs to be, okay, we are still gonna have our peaceful protest because that's enshrined in the Constitution. But in the back office,
What are we
we
doing?
are gonna teach our guys. You know, there are some constituencies in this country where the voter numbers are even like 3K or 5K. Small offices. Do you know how easy it would be to recall one of those guys?
Very easy.
And the minute, let me tell you, let me give you some advice. Again, I'm not Gen Z, but here's what I would do. I would select one MP.
Yeah.
Just one.
Like that guy was saying we were faking those photos. What's his name? John Kiarie.
Even whoever.
Yeah.
Right, whoever. And make that guy an example.
Yep.
Make that guy an example. Say, by the way, if you live in this constituency, this is...
Is it Nagoreti South? Yeah.
He's a guy for
No, that guy really embarrassed her. Yeah.
But whoever you decide,
but
choose
anyway, yeah,
one
whoever.
and show these guys we are going to follow the Constitution and we are going to repeal this. We're going to recall this guy.
And the good thing about Gen Z, we're all about FOMO. So
Yes.
once we see one has been recalled,
Hey,
Another.
and by the way, the minute these guys, the minute the parliamentarians see that one of these guys
Is home.
has been recalled, they know what can happen to them.
Yeah, it's business
You
now.
know,
Let's go about it that way.
so
We start
there's-
with one.
I feel
hold
like-
on. The one who offended you the most. Yes. I want leaflets out on the ground. We're going to start with just one. Just one. Send him home or send her home. The one that you don't like. And watch the chain reaction.
Would you survive an abduction?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
he can't listen to
Yeah, no, for someone who can survive it.
No, but see, what I'm saying, no. What I'm saying, what I'm
They
trying to
can't
say,
break down your door,
this is,
G.
but this is it. But this is what I'm saying is this, right? Guys, and with all of the energy and all of the passion that we have for this thing, and I'm passionate about it because people have died.
Yeah.
People have died. People have lost their lives. I've seen the age groups of the people who have died.
Yeah.
There's kids who have been killed in wrong guy. We don't even know. No one's giving us the numbers of Give the Right.
Yeah.
No one's.
So I'm telling you from the perspective of somebody who, we all care, but just I've lived a little bit longer. I'm telling you the struggle cannot just be on road. It has to be systemic. It has to be political. It has to be intelligent. It can't just be vibes. Bro, on the first demo, there was one that there was not, the one where
Tuesday.
Rex,
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 yeah. That was
Rex,
Tuesday.
Rex Masai.
died, right? Bro,
That was Thursday.
that was last week Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Thursday.
Man, them was talking about that demo like it was an event. Were you there? Were you there? Were you there?
Yeah,
Were you
it was
there?
the bus.
It was FOMO. The second one was so big because of FOMO.
Yeah.
Bruh, I think everybody in this room apart from me was out. Right? And you as well. You weren't out. You know what I mean? Right? So it was like, guys, yo, I gotta be there. But guess what? Everybody went there and we saw what happened. It's not just vibes. Yo, where you at? I'm in my yard chilling. Hey, guys, come out here, man. There's vibes in town. That can't change nothing.
It can't.
Demonstrate. Like, end of the day, these guys are going to peaceful demonstrate, sit in the road, block roads, demonstrate. But can somebody, you don't have to tell us who the leaders are or what, can somebody add some strategy to this thing?
But you see, I'm glad that you mentioned strategy, right? So the president has said it twice. He's like, hey, we want to reach out to guys to be able to understand what's going on. I believe we've got a lot of sharp people who are part of Gen Z, millennials, and whatever, who work at the central bank, right? So the budget making process for the bill, the bill is done, and then all of this. I believe there's guys who work in the central bank who are young enough who can sit down and say, hey guys, by the way, this is how to go about it. This is what we need. Like, there's a whole bill that goes hand in hand with
Appropriations bill.
appropriation, right? You know that has to sail through for the government to actually be able to more. Like I sat yesterday at a meeting and we were talking about like different things with the CBK, and the guys I was with, right, guys who are in, what do you call it, in finance and everything, and to them some of these things they don't even know. You get?
I'm telling
so
you.
it's a very complex matter, and it can't be taken at or just riots and everything. So we need to now say, okay, cool. You know how everybody, the Law Society has done it very well. They've been able to go,
Faith.
get
Yeah.
people out.
Yeah,
They've been able
yourself.
to articulate what the Constitution is.
Yeah.
Now we need all of these guys who are in economy, planning.
Everybody needs to stand up in their
Everybody
field.
needs to be able
Yeah.
to come out and say, because honestly, bro, like the finance bill, there's clauses in there I read and I'm trying to understand. Like I have to unpack it.
Let me give you an example close to home. Every time we talk about government in this podcast, what do the guys in here do? Who do they ask?
You.
No, not me.
Nyeri guy.
No, not in front of the camera, like off camera. Who do you ask?
Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you ask Austin?
Because you asked
He works in government.
Yeah.
And not only that, and because he usually knows, right?
Yeah, true.
Like I didn't know that, like, for example, these civic awards, they're voted for by civil servants. There are guys in government who know.
Exactly.
Find these guys who know how things work.
Information.
So
get
that's
me?
because it has to be.
Because he was on the streets
process.
like you.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
the process
Okay.
is long.
He was on the streets like you.
Yeah.
He's
And there's a
feeling the
lot
same
of people. There's a
and
lot of people in
like
government
him.
who are there.
It affects a
You
lot
get what I'm
of
trying to say?
sections.
So hence with that whole strategy, there has to be the conversation has to move forward. Someone has to volunteer and say, okay, guys, because now the president has said I've refused to sign it, so we're now going to go back to it. But there will be a financial bill for government to move.
Actually, to be honest, this is not the first time a financial bill has run into trouble.
2022.
It happened in Uhuru's time as well. There was one, and they relied on the one from the year before.
Exactly.
But here's what I'm trying to say, right? Like you mentioned, right? The president says he wants to engage Gen Z, right? Do you know there's a whole protocol of how that happens? I'm assuming, like, well, you don't just, like, yo, wait, what one?
Here.
We're at the door.
Next week, I'm sure there's a whole, even like when you see these guys, like, I've never been to State House, but when you go to State House, man, I swear there's a whole heap of things you go through.
Protocol, mad.
There's protocol, right? So the thing about it is, it's like, end of the day, we need people who understand how that works.
It's everybody. You know, here's the thing: the rules are everywhere. Me, my wife can't be showing up home at 4 o'clock. Oh, sorry. Did I use that as a bad example?
Yeah, because what the hell?
4 a.m. or 4 p.m.
I was just trying to crack you guys up. But anyway, rules are everywhere. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm what I'm happy with all of this happening is the fact that civic education is going to be one of the things that we will learn.
Yeah,
You get?
and we have
off of it. And just like G said, I hope this is just not one of those things where we've won, cool, the finance bill and everything. And I think there's quite a bit to unpack as well, right? And when both of you were speaking, I was like, you know, us as the people also need to bring these guys down from their high horses, right? The way we treat our waheshimiwas is what makes them
Washenzimiwas.
Yeah.
you get? Because guys will be like, oh, meheshimiwa, guys want to beg them, sijui, send them goats. For what? Boss. Actually, they're the ones.
You work for me.
You get what I mean?
Jana, I was in a restaurant in Lavington where I'm meeting, and there were some politicians in the restaurant in the far corner. Right, I didn't know who they was. Didn't have my glasses on. When one of them walked out, it was somebody we've had on the show before, right? We have his number. He's one of those guys, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't realize who it was because I didn't have my glasses, right? So he's walking out, YG, Wagwan, blah, 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 blah. We need to catch up. Don't speculate who it was because you're probably really wrong, right? But I was like, yeah. And I even said to him, I'm leaving Homeboys tomorrow. He goes, listen, I'm going to call you later. We need to talk. There's a lot to talk about, blah, blah, blah. The usual stuff. Never cool, but yeah, it's fine, right? The point I'm trying to make is this. I didn't know who it was. But just by the hushed tones and the way how the waiters were behaving and the guys in the bad suits sitting on the table next to them, who I guess are security
Not the bad
and stuff, right? Let me tell you, bro, that's how politicians move, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've given them that
power.
Exactly. It's
You get me?
that's what I'm saying. We need to change up everything. Fam, why is it that and I've mentioned this on the podcast before, the global policing law, UN says it should be 1 cop 2. 300 civilians or something
Yeah.
like that. I think I forget them. Whatever. Why is it that you get in one mheshimiwa has 8 people? So they all have a residence in Shags. So they've got 2 askaris there. They have a residence over here. There's another askari. They're walking around with another 2 or 3. What? Why is it that you need?
Washemzimiwa.
You get like, bro. There's guys who are dead ass rich out in this city who drive themselves everywhere. You
Bro,
get?
let me tell you, it's like fam in the UK, fam. You know, a lot of these politicians, like in the members. First of all, Kenyan politicians are paying more than these guys,
Yeah.
even in the UK, right?
Yeah.
But these guys are taking the
They
subway,
cycle.
the subway to work,
the
riding
bus,
the bike to
yeah.
work.
You get? So we need to change all of that up.
We need to change that. And
Fam.
the thing about it is, you know what? End of the day, it's like we need to change the cycle where, and we're going to talk about fun stuff after this because this is heavy, right? But we need to change the cycle where I can invest as much money as I can to get one term, knowing that in that one term, I'm going to cool a Missouri and set up my generations for generations to come, isn't it?
I'm glad that you mentioned
You
that,
get me?
right? Yeah.
Because there's so much money at the hands of these guys.
Yes.
These guys will invest all this money to become a politician. We need to bring it down. We need to bring
really
it down
do. You know-
so that when you're a politician, you'll get paid. It's like, bro, you get paid just enough to stay.
Yeah, but you know it's crazy. It's crazy that you mentioned that. I think someone did the math some years back, right? And they were like, for you to run for presidency in this country, how much money you need? For you to run for MP, you've
How
seen
much money
guys
you
go
need?
bankrupt after.
Bam.
Guys have taken loans and everything. Why is it that I need to have like 100 million?
Bro.
I'm loosely saying it to run for MP.
Let me give
like,
you an-
what the
let me
hell?
give
You've
you an
already set
example.
you're set up for failure.
There's a first term MP, right? And I was organizing a football tournament in his constituency, right? It wasn't at the time when we were talking about it. It was just an idea that we were gonna. An idea we had for the good company to do a football tournament in I'm not gonna say the area because then you know who the MP is, right? So because I know the guy, I called the guy and I'm like, yo, by the way, it's G. I'm like, first of all, I said, I'm glad that you still pick up my call. And, you're my boss, G. You know I have to pick a call. I said, yeah, there's a tournament that I'm organizing, blah, 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 blah. I'm just calling out of respect to let you know because it's going to be in your constituency. You know what the guy said to me? Yeah, because you know it can't happen without me. I'm like, nigga. I said to him, and I said, boss, you know me. It will happen with or without you. You get me? But I'm just calling you out of respect. Now, it didn't happen. The tournament didn't happen. Maybe I lost focus or there was some stories. But the point I'm making, this is somebody that I know. Who's telling, you're telling me it can't happen without you. Are you mad?
Are you mad?
Are you crazy?
Are you taking the piss?
You're taking the piss. But then I think about it. Maybe he's right. Maybe it can't happen without him. But that's what I'm trying to say. When they get into government, they change. When they get into politics, they change. So to bring it back before we leave this Gen Z conversation is, guys, if you don't control and organize your movement, somebody's going to come in and organize it for you. And you may find the person who comes in to organize it for you treat you in 5 years' time with as little respect as this government has shown you.
Yeah, just like the way
I'm done.
For me,
I'm retired.
one of the funniest moments during funny, not funny, but I used to hear stories about internet shut down in other countries.
You don't find out.
Okay.
Maybe you are not done.
Maybe I never knew. So for me, some things that have been happening, and I just wish that beautiful Kenya that we all want to live in, that idea that everybody has where people are following the rules of law and the constitution and blah, blah, blah. I wish we all get there one day.
We get there, and this is a moment in history, a moment in time that we have to
25th
grasp it. The 25th of June, 2024 is a day that we'll never ever forget in this country. But whether we honor the souls of the soldiers and the martyrs who gave their life for this cause depends on the level at which people want to organize themselves. Fam, can we talk about something else, man?
How long have we recorded?
Not enough. Let's go, Austin.
No, usually you give us the time.
Nigga said not today. Not today.
Question. I know why I'm asking.
Why?
Bro,
Austin would have recorded
I
this
can wake
podcast
up
by
and come
himself
look.
today.
I can wake up and come look. Nigga said I can wake up and come look.
Right.
Why? We need to record. I need to go home and use number 2 banner.
You're always putting us on your
TMI.
timeline.
We're not on your timeline. By the way, can I say this?
Go.
Jojo's mom sent me a beautiful message today.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yes.
With whose permission?
What is the what?
Now, sorry. Her name's Yvette.
Oh, gosh.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the message today. And there's one part of the message that really touched me. I shouldn't share it, but
Fuck it.
we're here now.
Delegations, god damn it.
Why are you so bothered?
Oh, yeah, you're bothered now.
Crossed his legs.
His big
In
butt
bed
without
with the
your
enemy.
permission?
How could you?
Wow.
What do you mean without your permission?
This nigga
I mean, he
extra,
just came
extra.
from
To roll
saying,
with an iron fist.
Oh yeah, he is.
Why do I have leaks in my camp?
even you. Hey, even you will deal with
Maybe
you.
not an iron fist.
But I don't even know why my friends' girls feel comfortable talking to me like that. Anyway,
Think about it.
Spicy.
But yeah, no. It's a beautiful message, and it was along the lines of the day that you came to Homeboy. I don't know if I should share this. I'm sharing it.
Say
anyway.
it.
We're here
We're
now.
here now.
The day that you came to Homeboys was the day that you'd actually gone to get the scan
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
with
Yeah,
Jojo.
I'd come from hospital.
Yes, you'd come from hospital to the studio, and the interaction that we had has enabled you to provide for your daughter in the way that you do.
Deep.
Beautiful. I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was
I
beautiful.
might buy her a car.
He
now.
doesn't treat you well enough for
You
that.
see? You didn't want to tell the story.
No.
He was really on the edge, wondering where
He
this story is
was.
going to go.
This is why you wanted the podcast to end
I knew.
early. I see now.
No, I didn't know she sent a message, but you know how she is. She's very, and I see it with the way my daughter is. They're one in the same person. Very loving, very.
No, I feel like sometimes like people talk about impact. That's a different level of impact. You know what I'm trying to say?
100%.
Because you could have been a matatu tout.
You could have know your Kiswahili is not that good.
You could have, you could have caught me on the wrong day.
I think Calvin.
But look at God. And I thought to myself, well, you know what? And I said to her, look at God. That was my response to her. I said, look at God, what you doing next Thursday? But I'm joking. But like, it just made me think. It just made me, don't message her. Wait till the podcast is finished.
No,
man.
I'm about to call her like, what the fuck?
Don't say that.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Okay, yeah. So, but then it made me think about so many things.
But now my mom wants to take you for lunch on Sunday.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to back that for a while.
Been a bad time, you know.
I'm here for an hinge. I'm here for an hinge.
You are unemployed,
I
you're
love
this
it.
unhinged.
Oh yeah, at least she's employed.
Yeah, but that's even
She
better.
might be out of your league.
How
Damn,
many
you
times?
actually get to call Jimani daddy now for real? God damn.
By the way, you know me and your mom are like age mates. Suppose she takes me for lunch and we hit it off.
Look at that.
Would you be easy with
I
that?
wish Calvin was going
My-
to be
What do
there.
you mean no?
Oh hell no.
What do you mean no?
No.
When do all the women in your life have to get permission to do something or
Apparently.
to cough?
No. Me and
Apparently.
your
The
mom.
same guy who is
You know-
fighting for the freedom of Kenyans.
My mom.
And now he's
God.
opposing
Listen, let me tell
women.
you.
Okay. My
Let me
mom.
give an example.
My mom likes
Let me give you an
guys
example.
who are
Free
not
the
Kenyan.
girl, free the
Let me give
ladies.
you, yeah, evidently, right?
I mean,
Exactly. But the other, you know what I'm beginning to realize? It's like the other day when I think was in the studio with it was either Jake's Nyanjom or Kibbs, and I was like, "Hey, I love your mom's vibe," and guy was like, "You know when you say that, G, it's kind of different.
It's different.
Kind of different." So your mom was thinking, she does for real.
Yeah,
I'm
back,
game.
She's back on thingy on Sunday.
Give Mish my number, man.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, he's retired, right? Yeah.
I think
Wait a minute. Hold a minute.
She
Wait a
been
minute.
waiting.
Pause.
What?
Pause.
She ran game up on you,
Wait.
nigga.
Wait.
what's happening?
Wait a goddamn minute.
This is chess, not
For
checkers,
all
boy.
these years that we have been working together,
All it took.
now she wants to take me to that in my retirement phase.
Yeah. She might be able to drop you at the retirement home.
No, it's not that. People retire when they have enough money to retire. Bro, but I'm unavailable. Like Davido and Musa Keys.
Calvin, you're a terrible wingman, man. That was terrible.
I know.
What?
I
That
don't
was
think he's trying to be a
terrible.
wingman.
Yeah,
though.
I think it's.
Okay.
Why would I
so-
wingman my mom?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, actually,
Anyone?
you low key
about
started
that.
off as a greatest wingman.
Give your fruit pass to my mom. Are you
No,
mad?
hell.
Oh man.
That's not happening on God.
I spoke to Ash's mom today.
Yeah.
Yep.
And actually,
We have a date.
She already called him my boyfriend, so I think it's.
Oh, Calvin, the clock is ticking, man.
I think it's like battle of the moms.
Battle of the moms. I love it.
Listen, right? Listen. I need you to tell your mom that we're not dating. Yeah?
Okay. I mean, it's fun.
Right,
it's
cool.
great.
If I'm going on the date
I
with your
need you to
mom,
tell your
I'm
mom.
going on a date with your mom. I don't want to talk about you.
Wow.
This nigga toxic.
At least also,
Go tell
shout
your
out to
mom.
Nev's mom as well.
Oh wow.
Because, hey, come on. No, Nev's
moms.
mom
Mom is a
prays for
Louis J.
me.
mom.
Praise, yeah.
He prays for me, and Ray's mom prays for me as well. Yeah, your moms, maybe they pray, but these ones,
Damn. We've just been sidelined like that.
and actually, I've only just met your mom.
Oh, bro, she's a big fan of you, man. She appreciates you, man. She
Yeah,
appreciates
and talking about
Listen.
Andy. Andy's back. Woo! Yeah,
sir.
yeah,
Yes,
man.
sir.
We miss you, dog.
It's been a long one, man. Guys in the comments are crying for you, man.
They thought
Oh.
we fell out.
But you broke away from the mics are open.
I think I can set the record straight because not so many people know Agwan. But I had to go and pay my old man his last respects and honor his final wishes. So that's why man had to dip for a bit and come back. I went to MIA so many places, work, social media. I had to be away from here for a while, but I'm back now. Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
About that, right?
Yeah.
When we came to your house,
Yeah.
your mom said something that Calvin and I picked up on.
Okay.
And when we left the house, we looked at each other and we were like, man, we need to do better. Your mom said to us, Andy's dad would have loved to have met you guys.
Oh, yeah.
And that really,
Yeah.
that day we left the house and after she said that, it's all we spoke about in the car on the
Yeah.
drive on the way home. And it made me think to myself that we have worked together for so long. We've operated in this bubble for so long. And as humans, we have a very linear thought. As in, I assume that Andy's going to be here next week. I assume Calvin will be here. I'm assuming that Austin will be there, that Byron will be there. I can never remember your real name. Black Mamba will be there. One day I remember your real name. It begins with R, right? Rocky?
Hey, Austin, that laugh is too deep, boy.
Tell me for the last time.
Roriki.
Roriki, I'll never forget. Roriki, right?
Wow.
Otis,
A few moments
whatever.
later.
But it says to me, it's like, guys, we're at a phase of life where the friends you have in your life now are the people that are generally probably going to be in the right, your life.
Yeah.
We don't go out there and get new friends all of a sudden and you get new parents all of a sudden, all that stuff. And I think what I took away from that comment that your mom made was that I really feel that we need to kind of invest more time in each other. And I know some of us are more private than others and all that stuff, but I feel it's super important that, like, for example, it's like maybe one day we should say, okay, we want to take your mom out for lunch or to take Austin's mom. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because it made me think, and I said to myself, Andy, like as our small bro, you've been around us for like 5-6 years.
Yeah.
And for your mom to say that on that day, I thought to myself, why hasn't this happened?
Yeah.
And I thought about my own like friendships from back in the day in the UK and stuff.
Right.
And I realized, you know what? The people who I grew up with and the people who I became friends with in my 20s and stuff, I know all of their shit. You get me? All of their things that's going on. And I think that society has driven us to be so individualistic that we see the individual, but we don't see what has created the individual,
Yeah.
And yeah, that really was so profound on the way home. Guys were just like, hey, wow.
Now, I think it can only happen at the right time because prior, your mentals are not there at
Yeah,
all.
it's not there.
So you also can't blame yourself for
Yeah,
maybe
of course.
the supposed time that has been missed or opportunities. It's a matter of, okay, I think now we are here because I think it's through such life events that people become closer, people become more
Yes.
intimate. You know, like Nev and I on our way here were talking about how we could take our moms out on a double date. But
Exactly.
such ideas, you know, you didn't really have them before. They
Right,
could
right,
have
right.
crossed your mind. But it takes life to get you there. Like, okay, now you
100%.
guys are now ready for something like this.
100%.
Yeah, so
100%.
opportunities are there now.
Yeah, I really feel that. I really feel that that's like you said, those life events, they teach you things. And to share a story, I don't know if I mentioned it on the pod. You know, I'm old now. Did I mention about my teacher in Jamaica?
Which one? The one who spoke to you?
No, the one who messaged me out of the blue a few months ago. I never mentioned it.
Oh.
So when I was in Jamaica, when I was in high school, I lived with a teacher. Her name was Miss Grant.
Yeah, you
And
mentioned.
yeah, I mentioned before, right?
Yeah.
And like, you know, this is the woman who really opened my mind towards. I was this bad English kid who didn't want to be in Jamaica, and she's the one who really was like, "Oh, you think you're a bad man? Let me show you. I'm a bad girl." And she is the person who made me who I am today. She made me fall in love with education. She was my history teacher, my form teacher, and she really paid attention to me during my high school years. I ended up living with her because her husband was abroad. That sounds bad, but her husband was abroad.
You done started early.
And her, shut up. And her and my grandmother were really good friends, right? So one time, I guess somebody tried to break into her house, and my grandmother, in her infinite wisdom, was like, "You go live with teacher. You know, she can't be there on her house all alone." So I ended up living with her. So long story short is, over the years, and I mean, I last saw her at my grandmother's funeral. You know, I stopped staying in touch and all of these things. And it really used to eat me. And then when Arif died, because Arif was like the last link, Arif Cooper, when he passed away, Arif was like the last link between us, right? So when Arif died, I've been struggling with this thing, and it's been like, bro, you're so ungrateful. Like, this woman changed your life. You don't reach out. You don't speak to her. You've not tried to find her. You've not tried to look for her. And every day that goes by, I resigned myself to the fact that, you know what? I'm a deadbeat son, because she calls me her son. I'm a deadbeat son, and that's what it is.
Okay, go on.
So about it was a month ago or so, I received a message on Instagram. And the message was, it said like something along the lines of, "Conrad, I'm glad to see that you're still with us."
Wow.
And it was from her.
Oh.
Right?
Instagram.
Bro, and she's 67.
So it's a bad girl for real.
67 years old on Instagram, bro. But a brilliant woman, brilliant teacher, all of this stuff, right? And she said to me, "Hi, Conrad. So happy to know that you're still with us." So I responded to her, "Your timing was always impeccable. I needed to see a message like this. I'm good. God and the ancestors have guided me, and I'm grateful. Before I go into whys and hows and the extent of how much of a shit son I've been, just know I thank God for you seeking me out and finding me. How are you?" She said, tears of joy flowing. I sent that message saying, "Let me find this guy one last time. How am I? I'm super happy. Truly, many waters cannot quench love." Then she told me she launched her second anthology. She's a writer. And her book was called Her Power and Her Glory. Oddly enough, the first poem in the book is titled Conrad. Right? And then obviously I had to buy the book. When I read it, I was like, wow. And I said, "I hope you can forgive me." And she said, "Aging is a great teacher. If God can forgive a wretch like me, then I must do the same. I'm so happy that you're back in my life." Now, I say all that to say this. We sit here and create reasons why we don't reach out. And that was something that has bugged me seriously. I'd put it in the back of my mind to say, you know what? You're shit. And da-da-da-da. But there's this person who actually sought you out, who sought me out. And there's me thinking, oh, they're never going to speak to me again, blah, 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 blah. I say all that to say this, that in life, these are the things that are important. And as much as you have to go through some life events to experience these things, if life is a journey and if the people who are around us are the people who love us and who are important to us are the ones who are around us, let's not wait until that moment. I'll give you another story, quick story. when I was in Jamaica, my grandmother turned 75. And I remember that night I was going to watch a play with Elaine. So Elaine picked me up at my house. And I told her, some family, the family's around because my grandmother's turning 75. Wow. Do you know what Elaine said to me?
Just by the way.
Yeah.
Elaine just
by the way, yeah.
She said to me, it's so good that you guys can gather to celebrate this woman in this time. Because usually we only celebrate each other at funerals like this. You get me? So I don't know where I was going with that point, but I'm just trying to say, just pay attention to the people around you, man.
It's dope.
A bit more,
I think the universe is clearly letting you know that now it's time.
Yeah.
It's time for that.
Yeah.
And speaking of time, you have all of it right now. So
Unemployed. I've been reaching out into my past, man. I've really been people that I've disconnected with. I've intentionally gone to seek them authentically and just said, you know what? There's a friend of mine who shouting out to John, not John Rabah, another John, who we haven't spoken. No, but big up John as well. Why you like that?
never likes trouble. Never trouble.
When you said not John, that's straight.
In fact, I spoke to John this morning.
He
and
picked you up.
John was like, yeah, John, yeah, G, whatever, man. You should have done this 5 years ago.
I mean,
But John is another friend of mine who I lost contact with like 8 years ago and 6, 7, 8 years ago, and intentionally reached back. And then we linked up maybe a couple of weeks ago and spent like 8 hours just chatting about, and then in the conversation I was like, why haven't we like spoken for the last 8 years,
man? So you've been reaching out into your past, man. That's dope.
You're thinking what I'm thinking. You're thinking what I'm thinking.
But you see, here's the thing.
Not exes, though.
Since we're on that whole reaching into your past, bro, I think you got to reach into your past and, do that turkey thing and grow your hair back.
Oh my God.
leave your hair alone.
Guys, I'm going to Turkey.
Nah.
I'm not going to get my hair done. Can I put that
There's
out
so
there?
much.
But you know what I'm going to do? One thing I've decided that I'm going to do, and I say on the podcast, you see like how your beard has got grey, so much grey in it? I'm going
let
to
it go
show you
finally.
how. I'm going to show you what a grey beard looks like.
Oh, yes, please.
I'm about to let it go, bro.
Baba's
Ashley,
about to
Ashley,
be very
please.
disappointed.
I know.
I'm about to, I said, this guy's been dying. Why though?
I'm about to let it go.
But let's talk about it. You never wanted to be that grey guy on the radio.
So do you know how? Let me tell you. So let me tell you
Oh my
about
God,
beard.
your name's Grey.
Yes, my name is Jerry. Let me tell you about the
Calvin is having the time. A time. There's no stopping that boy.
Let me
by
tell
the
you
way.
about, let me
There's
tell you
no
about
stopping that boy.
grey. So do you
Let
know,
him go.
ISO.
When I started,
ISO,
when my beard used to look like yours, less than yours, right?
Yeah.
It started to go grey. I used to go to the barbers in it was then called Nakumat, right? And one day I'm in the barber, and the barber said, I'm in the shop, and the barber goes to me,
Yeah, that was good clarification, bro.
I did the
'Cause that was flagrant.
Yeah.
Man.
So I was in the barber shop.
Sure, yeah.
and the barber said to me, by the way, let me dye your beard. And I'm like, it doesn't bother me. And I said, yeah, I do it once, like, I'll never do it again.
Yeah.
And the barber said, he said to me, if you do it once,
Never going back.
you're never
It sounds
going.
like something you know me too well.
No. And he was like, no, he literally said, if you do it once, you're never going to stop doing it. So he did it once. And I was like, bruh, this actually looks dope. Like,
And that's it.
He was
and then
right.
I started, but then when I got COVID,
Yeah, I
and
was
I couldn't
about
go
to
to the
mention that.
barbers,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then I saw what it looks like with I was like, my fucking, I was like, goodness.
You're about to risk it for
Bruh,
COVID. Eh?
my beard is proper grey. So I'm gonna probably cut it all off and then allow it to grow out.
Yes.
Like Ebro on Hot 97.
I'm here for the gray.
Yeah?
I'm here for
He
it.
loves that Fox vibe.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
Silver
How are you
Fox
though?
thing.
I feel like we've just spoken like
Oh, no, it's okay.
I feel like we've just spoken over like around you. Like what?
Used to it. No, I'm joking. I'm good. I'm
How
good.
can you tear gas a body? It's still in your
No,
nose.
I'm telling you.
We can't talk about the food now.
by the
Wait, Ashley was
Hold up.
talking, guys.
No,
This is why she
Actually,
left,
It's
nigga.
because of this tear gas conversation. Bro, like, here's the
I'm
thing.
sorry, I tried.
I was,
I
no,
tried.
I'm not I'm interrupting to
No, it's
to
okay,
speak
I'm
about
good,
that
I'm
tear
good.
gas. So today I had to drive into town. Bro, when I got to the roundabout by City Hall, imagine the tear gas was still
Smell
like,
still there.
yeah, like I was choking. Yeah.
You like that, yeah.
But how could they take us a body? Did you get take us?
Okay, not literally. I'm glad I wasn't tear gas literally. So I got there a little late. We got there at like 2 to 30ish, and when we were getting there is when things were getting thick now.
Second service.
Yeah, we were the second shift. Things were getting thick now, and I got a phone call, and someone was just like, "If you're in town, get out. Like wherever you are, just dip." So I was like, "No, we gotta go." And I wanted to get to at least like the middle part, right? So reached close to what's that petrol station?
Shell.
Not the Shell. Rubies. The Rubies. Went in a little bit closer, and then flames were going up. Then we're just like, let's.
Bro,
So didn't necessarily get tear gassed. I did smell it, and I'm like, I'm a baddie for real. I'm a baddie for real, and we're not built for this, but definitely built for the cause. But yeah, other than that, I'm okay. Been working from home. So let me finish.
Let the
I'm a
girl
little
finish,
triggered.
god damn it.
A little triggered. Yeah. Also, we're on a short break with DST. Let me tell the people that.
Okay.
We'll be back next week. I believe, next week. But other than that,
ever since you let Neville in your bed, things have just been
yo, let me tell you.
Spicy.
Let
The
me-
luckiest
That was
man
an
in
amazing
Nairobi.
episode. I love it.
Let me tell you, one man, two babes. Not that it's the
By the
first
way-
time, but
I think we need to get bed in the studio.
I agree.
Hey, Austin.
Austin, that was a bit too quick. Relax.
Wait,
nigga.
Austin, relax. I want guys to know, I think we're going to get a bed in the studio, right? But only on one condition, guys. Please don't bring your people here to smash.
What's the point then?
For content.
What's the
Wait, I
point?
actually thought this was the start of OnlyFans.
Okay, then we
That's
like
what
each
I
other.
thought. I thought with all of these cameras, it only means
Yeah.
yeah.
I already did the intro.
Exactly.
I already have the intro.
Oh,
Let's
but-
create magic.
But if you bring a bed here, let Austin never.
I mean, you can just do
I think
cuddles,
Austin
right?
would sleep with
Guys,
people
let me
here.
ask you, I want to ask you guys a question, right? Have any of you ever smashed in the studio?
No.
Why would?
What would we say if
Not
we
you
have
guys.
in the
This
These
okay.
guys-
Which studio? Oh.
No?
What have you seen, G?
Austin? That's not a convincing no.
I'm just
Why
asking.
just
I
Austin?
am not Messiah.
Okay.
You're a virgin. You're a born again virgin. I
It's
thought
all a
so.
bit. It's big.
I'm just asking.
Austin, are you
Because at the
still,
time
are
I
you
came
still with
here,
that
no, I'm
girl?
joking.
No, just remember.
This is a place of business. Not that it's never happened in the place of
Actually,
business.
sometimes you can be on other business. It's okay.
See, Austin was this guy was about to walk on water last year. What happened?
Oh man,
Guys,
we know what he drowned in.
You're enjoying it in there, huh?
I'm about to die.
but yeah, I really enjoyed the episode with you guys in the bed.
Yeah.
That was
Yes,
So I
dope.
was thinking that that could be a whole different strand of where we get the bed. It'd be like a sofa bed, like a cheap bed.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Bedcast.
But we just build
bedcast.
bedcast.
Bedcast. We're really nice and close to
Then-
each other,
then-
That's a good
body
one.
heat. And Nev finally came on the pod, which
Yeah.
is great.
He
Plus,
did.
there's a lot-
Finally.
Yeah.
Oh damn, he
Plus-
did.
Oh no, but I think it's because I did not. Okay.
Yeah, plus we can get lots of endorsements, lots
Yeah.
of furniture places.
You know,
yeah.
pillows, there we go, duvet.
Yeah,
The bedcast is such a dope name for a podcast.
Yeah.
Like imagine this.
But now we've said it, it's gonna happen before.
You know,
we do it.
imagine having features like pillow talk.
That's
what
the
it is.
idea.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
Then another feature called bed bugs.
You know what?
Oh,
You know
You're
what?
onto something.
Not bad at all.
I saw on count.
No, I'm adapt that one today, boy.
It's just that Jerry guy smoked tear gas.
This guy dubbed everybody. It was like,
Hope
this
la
is
bueno,
what-
man.
What's that?
Just sit
Minnesota.
down. You're embarrassing us.
Bye. Go. Put it in there.
You have
Phrasing,
take a shit.
phrasing,
Go.
nigga, phrasing.
where?
Guys,
Sit down.
let it be known
What did you
left
eat?
the pod early to
Because
go
you're
and
going to
shoot.
take a shit.
I can. I used to
No,
live here.
you hold
Just
your
shit,
bowels,
yeah.
nigga.
Home is where you trust the toilet seat.
Just sit down, Calvin. Yeah.
How long?
Almost
This-
done.
Not long
traffic.
enough.
Would you
Not long
rather
enough.
shit in traffic?
Yeah. In your.
Oh, that's true.
Amuna panda senke ukitoka hapa.
You know,
Be
me, I can
patient,
panda
nigga. Sit on
boda,
that shit.
Then I come for the motiba die.
Aye.
Is that bad?
No
Is your
need.
tumbo like growing?
No,
Auna local squeeze around.
By the way,
what are you saying?
Oh, yeah.
I said what I said.
All right, walk to Radisson.
Might as well. Oh, so you can shit it at Radisson, but you can't shit
Boss,
here.
if I shit over here right now, how you guys gonna
Hey,
record the
bomb,
episode?
bomb, big bomb.
Guys, listen. This has been the mics are open, yeah?
Oh, man.
My name is G Money.
Ashley.
Neville.
And the young.
Adios,
shitter.
muchachos.
Go shit, go shit.
Big shitter.